Hello class 9. So today we are going to discuss about the lesson number 12, that Renaissance, and it is the part 1 of the video series. So Renaissance is basically the word which means rebirth of everything, rebirth of thinking, rebirth is a field of art, literature. So you can see here earlier, before the Renaissance age, it was a theosophical age which believes each and everything related to God. So if painters want to paint, they have to paint related to God. If the writers want to write, they have to write stories on the basis of God. If the scientific things has not existed, like before Renaissance, it was that everything it is revolved around the church and the Pope. Like whatever Pope told, people have to accept it. But Renaissance has brought a new outlook, new thinking, where people start questioning, thinking rationally, and also have a humanistic capacity to think about the people. So they were just asking question, whatever Pope has been telling them, they were asking question. There was been invention of printing press, which has brought the various copies of the Bibles into different languages. So people read Bible and they get to know that whatever Pope is teaching them, it is not in Bible, or God never asked these things. So Renaissance has brought a lot of changes, and it has brought a new avenues, and because of that, the different changes happen in European countries. Okay. So we will read the definition of Renaissance. The term Renaissance is derived from the Latin word renassa. It signifies the rebirth of the freedom-loving thought. A new spirit was in circulation, the spirit to know more of the world and its wonders. So people not, earlier it was just, they were restricted to their country, they were restricted to the area where they are living, but Renaissance has brought them to think broader way, to think more. So Renaissance in Europe began an intellectual movement, and it brought new development in the field of literature, religion, philosophy, politics, art and science. So every sphere of the life has been changed after the coming of Renaissance in Europe, and this brought a fruit of industrial revolution in Europe. Renaissance brought a way of thinking. People start asking questions, they start doing inquiry, they did not accept what was told to them. Before Renaissance, the church was in prominence, was in superior position, but Renaissance has brought the rational thinking among the people. So Renaissance has brought a lot of change among the people and in the society. Now the causes of advent of Renaissance. First is new trade routes between Europe and the East was being discovered by the various discoverers. They took the voyages. Because of that, they discovered different countries, and they get to know that it was not only their country that is the only thing in this world, there are many other countries also. European countries started to search for new lands, which led to the exploration of Asian nations, like discovery of new routes by Vasco da Gama. He came and he went from round the Cape of Good Hope. He discovered Africa, then he discovered the Calicut, the post of Calicut in India, and reached Calicut in 1498. Discovery of new lands helped them to get trade routes and have a trade relation with the different people. They get to know that what was happening in different parts of the world. Like if their countries preaching something, is the same preaching going on in other countries? What are different kind of religion, culture existed within the other part of the world? Invention of printing press, it played a very important role. Like earlier it was just written, the Bible, it was written in Latin language, and it was not the language of the people. So no people can understand that what is written in Bible. So whatever Pope is telling them, they have to accept it. But when the printing press was invented, the people start printing the Bible into different languages, and people can read it. And then they realize that no, that whatever Pope is telling, it's not correct, or they can question it. So they could know the true teachings of the Christ, which brought a new awakening among the people. So these are the causes of advent of. Now you can see here the voyage map. So the Cape of Good Hope, you can see here, from all Mediterranean Sea they have to go around, and they have discovered the various routes. So these are the various routes of various continents which has been discovered by the different explorers because of the Renaissance, because they start thinking that beyond their country also there some world existed. That's why the various continents has been discovered, like America has also been discovered because of that. Yes, now we will read about the printing press. You can see here the printing press. The printing press has brought a new revolution with the printing of the books. It spread to various parts of the people, like thinkers. Their thinking has also spread because of the fast to the people by the printing press. Impact on literature. So earlier all painting, literature, sculptures, as I told you, before the Renaissance age, it was the age where God has been center and where the church has been center. And if you are a writer, you have to write on the God. You can't write any other things, like you can't write story of any human being, a society, whatever happened in society. You can't paint Like you can't paint nature also, you have to paint just the god things. The sculptures, if you are making some kind of sculpture, you have to make the sculpture of god, and science did not existed. So colors were also regulated by the church, that you have to choose these color and that color. The writers before Renaissance could only write about God in church, and also only in Latin, which was not the language of masses, so people can't understand what was written. Renaissance brought a new era in literature, which brought an outstanding impact on the intellectual revival in writing and opening a new avenues. Renaissance has brought some great writers to us, and one writer like William Shakespeare, you are reading his Merchant of Venus also in your 9th class. Machiavelli is also an important writer. These writers start depicting the social issues, social causes and family problems in their writing. So there is a completely, we can say, a 360-degree change within the writing of the Renaissance age people. William Shakespeare, you can see here the picture of William Shakespeare. He is the famous English poet and dramatist. He was a great poet and playwright England has ever produced. He wrote 38 plays, more than 150 sonnets and many poems. His important dramas include of Othello, Hamlet, Merchant of Venus, Macbeth, Henry V, Henry VI. These are the important writings of William